Look at me. You know what to see.
I'm catching the guap, so fuck all the cops that want me to sit in the cell. I'm trying to get to a cell. I'm trying to get to a cell.
What do you think about Arsonal? You know what I'm saying at this point, like, cause do you put him on there for actual battle rap as one of the Mount Rushmore dudes or one of the best that's ever done it in this shit? Like, do you give him that respect?
No, I definitely don't put him on the. I don't really judge these dudes because they all make so many mistakes.
If you got a problem, nigga, say something. Yeah. If you got a problem, nigga, say something. All my niggas get it brackin' over here. Yeah. All my bitches get it brackin' over here. Yeah. If you got a problem, nigga, say something. I bet them bitch niggas won't say nothing. I'ma murk me a nigga, huh?
It's like I seen Arsenal make so many mistakes. So many references he used I would never use. Like he talks about a lot of weird like cartoons and shit that I would never mention. As far as the structure of his words, the way he piece up words and round words is not advanced, it's not creative. He don't use the most figurative language. And I seen him choke a lot. Like actually mess up and choke in the battle. So if you're supposed to be some Mount Rushmore or some GOAT that's been doing it for so long, how is you just completely just choking? Like all the way, just everybody could clearly see you just choke. And on stage, you're like, oh, I fucked up. You let people know that you choke, but you're supposed to be a GOAT. I don't approve of that. When I came around battling, you did that, your whole round was over. You couldn't recuperate from these things that dudes be recuperating from every battle.
That's real. That's real.
So I don't even really respect what these dudes do like how other people might. You know what I'm saying? It's not that impressive to me what these dudes do. Just to remember 2 verses and a couple of other lines, like half of a verse, and then try to freestyle a little bit more, and you still messing up. That's not impressive to me. I don't think you like, wow, you so good. Like that's baby shit to me. I could do that shit when I first started rapping.
The best version of Arsonal though, the best version, because he's talking about coming to rap with you. He's not talking about doing a whole bunch of other shit. From what he's saying,
I was trying to find it. Like, what is the best version of him? Like the best version of him, it can't be the Shoddy Horror because that's the biggest viewed one. That's the most views he ever got. So that must be the biggest one. And that's an example of him completely just choking, like messing up, like choking and saying a bunch of just corny shit. Like that shit was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But people don't come at these dudes and be criticizing these dudes and saying what these dudes need to do to step it up. They just want to try to come at me because they hate the energy. But it is what it is, man. Even Arsenal's best 3 rounds of his whole life that he ever wrote is not going to be enough. He's still going to get 30. He could come with the best 3 rounds that he ever wrote in his life, and he's still going to get 30. So that's how I prepare for these dudes. I know what the most of these dudes can do, and I make sure that I do way more than that, so they can never beat me. I always got enough to beat all of these dudes that I go against. You're never going to see me lose, and that's why I don't lose, because I can always do more than what they can do, because they not fucking with me at all. Like wait till after this battle down, and you said that dude blogged and wrote the bars out and down the syllables, and he did all of that stuff. Wait until after this battle over and people break down these bars and these syllables that I'm bringing to the table. You're going to see an advanced level of the science. And there's no other person in the world that you're going to be able to pull up that's doing it like this, industry or battle rap. So that's what I'm talking about. Advancing the science as far as how dope niggas is for real. Not playing with it. Because if niggas want to play with it and do antics, nobody could beat me. Like, I could bring real big celebrities on the stage to do antics. I'm the most convincing with everything I say. So if I want to do any of these antics, or any of these personals, any of this stuff that y'all do to try to win battles, y'all can't even do that better than me. But don't try to make it be like battles is based off that, because it's not. And it's never going to be. It's always going to be based off bars, because that's what battle rap is.
The last resolution card was crazy. This lockdown card that's going down in Philly is another interesting, crazy card. We got a lot of Philly in the building. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this card coming around and some of the matchups?
I'm excited, man. It's in the city, man, Philly. It's been a long time coming. Um, Philly is like really like the birthplace of this energy that niggas is using on these URL stages. So it's like I'm excited that it's back. Um, I've been speaking with a lot of dudes on the card. You know, listening to some of the rounds these dudes got on the card. So it's gonna be an action-packed night, man. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm on the edge of my seat.
If I could get a quick little prediction for some of these joints, man, what do you think about K-Shine and Reed, man?
Like before, probably like a week or maybe two ago, I had some little predictions and shit like that. But now it's like I heard niggas rounds. It's close to the battle, and it's like, you know what I mean. I want everybody to do good, and I don't want to like stir nobody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mind that's about to watch the battles. I just hope everybody do good, man. But no, after the battle is over, me, the real battle rap community, and a bunch of other people in the world gonna be judging it by real bars, not all of that other shit. So we're gonna really find out who won at the end of the day when it's all said and done. But I don't really want to pick nobody because none of these dudes ain't my team. Now, if Ag was battling, then I would definitely let you know that he was about to lay something down. But all of these other dudes, we got relationships and we cool, but they not like my team. They not GOAT gang. So it's just up to them to show up, just like they saying it's up to me to come out. So I'm letting niggas know. I'm 30 and a nigga gonna die on the stage with me. So I just hope them niggas got the same confidence, the same energy, and prepare the same so we could get a historical night, man.
Nah, I like the energy like you always bring, Cass, because you really don't give a fuck. You don't move off your square. Like that's probably the illest shit because it's like it don't matter what rumblings or what people may say. You stay on your square. How do you pay attention to when, like, because I'm sure you heard a little bit of people trying to say you lost, or people trying to be like, yo, whatever they say, or Cat's not ready, he can't. You know what I'm saying? What do you say to those people who might? Because I'm sure they're gonna buy their tickets, watch the pay-per-view to see you battle once again. All of the people that was against Cassidy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what do you say to them?
Keep letting people know. No, that's only like 1% of the people.
Okay.
And probably like maybe like 10% or 20% of the battle rap community. So, you know what I mean? Them people that feel like I lost, they not judging it by what you supposed to judge battle rap off. They judging it by they hate the energy that I'm bringing to the table and I'm exposing a lot of shit. So that's why they frustrated and trying to say I lost. But anybody that's judging it by the real reasons and the real ways you're supposed to judge battle rap off of bars and who can rap the best, you look at the bars the same way the boy did that blog you talking about. If you write down my bars and Good's bars, you can see that my shit is like 1,000 times advanced than what he said. So they trying to use other reasons of why he could have possibly won because they know they can't debate who said the better shit. And it's only a small amount of people. Like some people might got the app and go look on the app and see the votes and think that Good's winning. But the app is a little bit of people. It's like you can vote 30 times. If you watch it once, you can vote 30 times. So say you got 60,000 votes. That means that there's only 2,000 people that watch the battle. That's not a lot of people, 2,000 people. It's like if 2,000 people watch the battle and they voted and they got 60,000 votes, that's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and there's 3.5 million people that watched it and 99% of the comments got me winning, it's some polls on YouTube that got more votes on the polls on YouTube than people watched it all together on the app. So it's like people be manipulated with what they think the masses think, and that's the reason why they're making comments too. I don't think people understand what the world really think. And it's like anybody with any common sense can't think that I lost the goods. That's why he just went to a little league and did a one-rounder against somebody that niggas don't even really know. It's like he battling little niggas and little leagues doing one-rounders. It just happened the other day and nobody ain't talking about it. Nobody don't care. It's like, who cares? Like, he did that 2-on-2, got body. Nobody talked about it. It's like, He dead. He not even a factor. I exposed his weaknesses. So niggas not impressed by that little image you tried to portray no more. But with me, I'm still here. I'm still relevant. Niggas ain't, none of that shit he said was real, so it didn't affect shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to tell niggas what really matter. Not what these little bit of battle people say, or these battle rappers, or little bit of people in the battle rap community. You gotta look at the bigger picture of what really matters. And if you look at what really matters, how did I lose? My first event ever, because people want to say I'm not 5,002-0. So if you want to say that, my first event ever with Freeway and them was in a studio that cost $1,500 a night, and it was my session. Well, actually it was Swift's session with no. It was I don't remember. Maybe it was a Mary J. Swift session with Mary J. Blige or something. But anyway, we in a big time studio. I had a session at this time. I'm working on my project at the time. I go to the McDonald's in the foreign with a driver and go get McDonald's and hear them on the radio, and that's how I set up the Freeway battle. When the Freeway battle going on, there's everybody from Chris to Oskino, the Beans, the Jay-Z, the Swiss Beats, the big people in the room. That's my first battle. Then my second battle, I headlined the event in California. I'm not even from there. I just went there and headlined the event for Alki David and made the most money than anybody ever made in battle rap history. Then my next battle, I headlined another card for Smack, a whole different league. I ain't do no PG. I ain't opening up on the card. I wasn't a little face. I came, my first battle with Smack was I headlined.
Facts.
And that's my second Smack battle, and I'm about to headline again. And we go into my city because of me.
Yeah.
So it was like, who's really winning?
Yeah.
Goods? You want to have a little bit of battle rap community say you won, so you can make less money, go do little league events, one rounders, and look trash for them little bit of people to say you won. I'd rather millions of people say I won, like how they saying I won on YouTube, and I get more money, bigger events, keep headlining, and I'm still a talker battle rap.
Yeah.
Ever since I stopped battling you, they never stopped talking about me. And you had 2 more battles, and you still not as talked about as me. It showed the difference in energy. It's not even close. So when niggas bring that up, it's like, I don't really like arguing it because it's like clear as day. It's not even like a big debate. Who's in a better predicament and who really winning around here? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So Arsonal about to get 30 Sunday.
Facts. Yeah.
You know, Arsonal, it's so tricky with Arsonal because he has been around for so many years. We have seen him lose. He recently lost against Av. You know what I'm saying? On the I believe the Gnome card or whatever.
Yo, I seen that man lose so many times, man.
But we know at his best though, he can be dangerous. Like against Geechee Gotti, against New Jersey Twerk. You know.
But what did he say that was dangerous? Like, they think that just him shouting and getting in somebody's face is dangerous. Like, how is that dangerous? What did he say? Like, let me hear some bars or a scheme or something that he did that's like, wow, who could write something like that? Like, that's incredible. He don't do none of that. He just rhyme a bunch of words, a bunch of goofy shit, and try to say it aggressive. Like, I'm not impressed with that. Not even with the Geechee Gotti battle. I seen that battle. It's like, the viewers or the people making comments is not the only people that can pull up the Geechee Gotti battle. I could pull that shit up right now and watch it. Yeah. And I can see. I know the science. I heard what he did. I seen what people consider to be the best Arsenals. I watched them battles, and I've seen what people consider the worst Arsenal. And there's no difference in the science.
Okay.
Maybe the way the crowd reacted or how people think the other opponent did. But the level of the science is never like he's past a certain level. He's just like limited. And I know that. I can hear that. And nobody can give me no bars or nothing that he ever said that's impressive. Nigga trash. Like, that's why you losing to niggas like Av. How can you be a vet talking about you got your own league and you've been rapping forever, but then you battle a nigga like Av and get 30? How? Like, how?
It's a different motivation though, Cass. Him rapping for you, with you, against you, is going to be a whole different motivation. It ain't going to be the same. I think him versus Geechee was a different motivation, and I think...
You think it be discouraging for these dudes. It don't be motivation. This energy that they around, all of the people that's talking and calling your phone and all of the pressure that you got on you, and you know I'm talking this shit and you feel obligated to beat me knowing you about to die, that's not motivation. These niggas be crushed. It's like if they felt that they could beat me, then it'd be something different, but they know they can't. They know they not better than me.
Okay.
So they use all of these angles and other ways to try to get some type of leverage, but that shit don't work, man. It don't. It's like they not motivated, bro. You see him in the interviews. You see how he talking. You seen him in the face-off. He didn't look motivated to me. He looked crushed. I never seen him like that before. So if he was motivated, why he wasn't a normal Arsonal? People think he gonna be on stage and think he gonna be the best Arsonal possible when he the worst Arsonal every day you see him. The face-off, he go live, he do anything. He is the worst Arsonal anybody's seen. But they think he gonna get on stage and be the best Arsonal. How? No, he's gonna be the worst Arsonal like he looking right now.
Man, I mean, you know, I can't say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying, Cass? Because you don't play around. And another thing I wanted to say, one of my bros was like, he put a quote on our Twitter, our hiphopisreal Twitter, and he was like, you know, people mad at Cassidy for standing on the truth, and people don't like the fact that you say a lot of shit and you stand behind it, and a lot of it can be verified. And, you know, it seems like people attack you, but it's like the nigga is official. What he said was real. Like, you go back and nigga talking facts and shit like that. So people try to say you on drugs or you delusional or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? How do you take that? How do you take that knowing, like, you a stand-up dude, me meeting you, super stand-up person and everything like that, honest to your word and things like that. So how do you take that when people, you know, going at your character like that? Or for speaking facts or things that you know is real.
The things that I'm bringing to the table is unbelievable. So that's why they reacting like that. Like, if you don't believe it's a Superman, so if a nigga come back to you like, yo, I seen this nigga in the cape, the nigga flew out the sky, nigga lift up the car, flew back in the air, and then the nigga did this, and he tell you this whole story. You gonna be like, yo, you delusional, bro. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? You gonna think he crazy. No matter how hype he say it, no matter how convincingly he tell you, you're just never gonna believe it. You're gonna have to see. It's gonna have to be some more evidence than that for you to believe something that crazy. And to a lot of these dudes that don't understand the science, this shit I'm talking about, me being the best, winning all these battles and coming at all of these battle rappers what they never seen nobody do before. They've been watching battle rap the whole time but never seen a dude this confident talking like this. So they like, yo, he gotta be crazy or delusional. There's no possible way that he could be talking all of this real shit and it be true. But it is. And there's no way that you could find no flaws in it. So the delusion was in the beginning when people wasn't as informed. But now more information just starting to come out. And the less you starting to hear people say he delusional. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the more time pass, it's going to be out the window because you got to prove when you say somebody delusional that they moving like that. And people can't really prove it because everything I say hold weight. It's not just some information I'm just throwing out there. It's backed by real evidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's backed by the science, by facts. I can prove it. So it's like people can say what they want to say. I'm letting you know. Everybody's not comfortable with my presence, bro.
Yeah.
It's changed everything, bro.
Yeah.
And change that quick is not good. Like somebody just used to eating the same cereal every day. And then they just change out of nowhere. They're not going to be comfortable with that. Even if the new cereal is better, is more healthy for you, everything is just better. Just the switch, if you're not a you like, what is going on?
Not
you're
facts.
not comfortable with it.
Facts. People don't like the change of the status quo.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But then everybody don't move at the same speed. Some people already started eating the cereal. They realize they feel better. They realize that they done lost some weight. They realize that the shit tastes better. They realize it don't leave no aftertaste in their mouth like the other cereal. So now they like, yo, this shit is better, yo.
Yeah.
This is the cereal I should have been fucking eating.
Yeah.
And there's some people that's like that. Some people took a little time, a little longer to taste it. They still ain't even tasted yet. Or they just taste a little bit and it's nasty. They ain't even really tasted. They just saying nasty. I don't like the shit. But if you really taste it, you sit there and get in it, you're going to realize that it's a better cereal. And that's what's happening right now. The same people that was like you was delusional, they starting to see everything that you talking about and bring it to the table, and they realize that it's better for battle rap. So they like, oh, nah, my bad. He not delusional. This shit is good for the culture. Like, we want this nigga around. Like, it's not just better for him and his brand, but for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is going to be better if this nigga around.
Watching your face off, I seen a part where Uncle Ra was like, you know, you didn't want certain people to be there. And the internet went crazy once they found out that you ain't want Jade Black, you know, doing a face off and everything like that. You know, Jade Black, one of the biggest bloggers, and, you know, has a big influence when it comes to who he feels won, lost, and things like that. What was your issue with Jade Black, if I could ask you that?
I don't got an issue with Jade Black. I think he got an issue with me because he been hating for a long time on me. And especially because he's from my city and you know the work I put in and what I'm capable of, I don't feel as though he should be hating like that. But even after I did that, he did a blog explaining the reason why he said what he said and did what he did. And I even see Jade Black starting to change. He started off as a hater. He might be one of them people that's not familiar with this energy and they know how to take it. But now he's starting to change around. He got me even beating Arsonal. He said he think I'm going to beat Arsonal. So he's starting to change around. He's starting to see where the energy at. And I'm not a dude that hold grudges. That was just something that happened for that one time. I mean, you know, 15 minutes of fame, Uncle Rod, he big too. He been putting in work forever. The same how they just threw Queen Split in there without me knowing. It's like other people get an opportunity. Let it go around, because it's really not really about the host anyway. It's really about the two people that's going face to face.
Facts.
I ain't want it to be so lopsided with everybody being against me. So Uncle wasn't even on my side from the beginning either. But as time passed, he's starting to understand where I'm coming from and starting to change a little more. So I know he wouldn't be just all the way one-sided. Of course he's going to go to the other side, but he's not going to be all the way one-sided.
I got you.
That's the reason why it made more sense. But I didn't necessarily pick up. I just, you know what I'm saying, just let niggas know that Jade Black was hating on me. But he's starting to change up. He's starting to switch his pitch. He's starting to become a different dude. So hopefully I'll be on Champion soon. I get to talk to him in person, and we'll be able to deal with real facts. Because a lot of the stuff that he's talking is just based off, like what you said, opinion. But my shit is based off facts. So I want to help him to understand the science a little better, because just not judging me, but everything that he judged, all of these battles that he judged, he'll be able to even judge them better and make better decisions if he understood the science a little bit better.
Nah, I mean, y'all hear it here, man. Cassidy, I got one last question for you, man. 2019, you brought back this energy to battle rap. 5 years from now, man, where do you see this, or where would you want to see this culture be at? You know what I'm saying? With you bringing that energy, you being consistently in the culture, you changing some of the battle rappers and how they probably see in the game from watching what you're doing. Where do you see this in another 5 years, 2024, 2025?
I see it being a bigger sport, the biggest part of hip-hop. Like, it's my favorite part of hip-hop, and I feel as though this competitive side of hip-hop should be the biggest part. But right now, it's not. But I see in a few years, the more we keep pushing, the more people going to get interested, the more people going to see the difference between this style of hip-hop and the other forms that they pushing out to them, and they're going to appreciate it more. More people going to get interested, going to get bigger investors, and it's going to be the biggest thing in the world. You already know that hip-hop itself is the biggest form of music right now. And I feel as though battle rap is the most powerful part of hip-hop. So once people start realizing that, start stepping it up, getting more focused, that's what I'm saying, getting more motivated, getting more locked in. And also, you starting to even see not just the battle rappers, but the bloggers is getting more locked in. Because when the game get more exciting, there's more for us to talk about. There's more for us to blog on. It's like everybody getting more excited and more into it. So I just see it being super, super big in the next couple of years, real soon. And definitely in the next 10 years, it's going to be the biggest thing in hip-hop. And hip-hop is going to remain and stay the biggest form of music in the world.
Nah, real talk, Cass, man. And as far as music, anything you want to make sure that the people stay locked into, because I know you don't fucking play. You drop mad tracks. 5,002 and those already at a 500,000 and climbing. You know what I'm saying?
I got a video coming real soon. We gonna be on the top of World Star. I'm dropping it on World Star Saturday. It's gonna debut my new video coming out. Get to a sale. It's a movie. You know, I got the clothing, like you see what I got on. I got this goat clothing line. You see the dad hats. We got the hats, the shirts, the hoodies. Come to the event with some of my clothes on, man. If you, I mean, if you're a fan and you love me, man, and you show love, it's at hoodg.com. You can get it to wherever you at, anywhere in the world, delivered straight to you. Fish you gear. So I'm dealing with that right now. Planning this boy Arsonal funeral in the next couple of days. Like you said, I got a lot of new music out on every platform, so just type in Cassidy. The new project is called Numbers. That's what Get to a Sale. The new video is off of that. It's the first song on Numbers. So I got new music out, a new battle coming October 6th at the TLA in Philly, my city. And I'm working, man. I'm happy to be here. Reggae Ratchet project coming real soon. Also search for Jag latest projects that he been putting out. The team working, man.
You said hoodg.com, Cass? Hoodg.com?
I think, yeah, hoodg.com. And it's the Cassidy collection. There's a lot of different designs, a lot of different pieces up there. So please support, man. You're doing this from the muscle, man.
All right, definitely, man. I'm going to put the link in the description so the fans
And
can go right to it.
in, y'all not following me already. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but follow me at Cassidy_Law. That's LERSIY, blue check.
Yo, Cass, once again, man, always honored. I'll be in Philly. I can't wait to see, you know, what you do, man. I'm excited. I know the world going to be waiting.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I can't wait neither, man. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. I've been excited like a month ago, so you already know we getting close. I'm happy, man. I can't wait. Make sure y'all tune in, though, man. If y'all don't got tickets and y'all not going to be there, make sure y'all tune in, man. WatchBattleLive.com. Get that pay-per-view, man. Y'all can't miss history.
Nah, Cass, once again, man, you the GOAT. Keep doing your thing.
Cool.
Appreciate you. One love.
You keep doing your thing, man. You big for the culture, man. We can't do it without you, man. So keep doing your thing, man. Keep your foot on these niggas' necks, man.
You know I am, Cass.
Salute, boy.
You already.
I'm trying to get to a cell. I'm out the rock, picking the rock. Just do a brick on the scale. I'm trying to get to a cell. I'm trying to get to a cell. I'm getting them stacks, but niggas are rat. They get pitching they tail. I'm trying to get to a cell. I'm trying to get to a cell.
It all started with that Florida trip. Couldn't afford a Vic. Man, I barely could afford a bit. But they heard I'm moving sorta quick. Told the plug I need more of it. I can't keep running back and forth for shit. So he hit me with a quarter brick. Now I'm sorta lit. Bitches walk around naked snorting shit. And you know I'm feeling fortunate. And the money that I save, I ain't trying to buy no Porsche with it. I'm trying to go the Nipsey Hustle route. You know, buy land, start a business, be a boss and shit. When I was younger, blew 20K on getting the icy. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking, turn